Hey guys, this is Sam. I'm here with a very special announcement that we just released face masks on our Human Good website. So for every mask that is sold, we will be donating one to a medical worker. So please make sure to check us out. Our website is www.humangoodla.com. Most importantly, stay safe and enjoy the episode.
There are a complex set of assumptions and stereotypes surrounding the idea of virginity. Where did these impressions come from? The media, religion, or popular culture? Does this say really anything about a person? As you watch this episode of Odd Man Out and pick the two molds, think of what prior judgments inform your decision.
We brought together 7 virgins.
I'm a virgin.
I'm a virgin.
I am a virgin.
I'm a virgin.
I'm a virgin.
I am a virgin.
I'm a virgin.
2 of them are liars. If the group discovers both the liars, they'll split a cash prize. If any of the liars survive, they win the entire prize. Who is the odd man out?
Why are you guys virgins?
I'm a Christian.
Hey.
So like, nice, Jesus. Yeah, so like I was raised like.
Same.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
The fact that there were 4 Christians kind of caught me off guard, so I kind of thought that one of the Christians wasn't a virgin.
I grew up in a conservative Middle Eastern family,
Okay.
so we just didn't grow up talking about that, so I never felt comfortable and I wasn't really confident in myself.
I'm from like a Catholic family, so like Filipino Catholic family. There's no way that I could like ever have the thing. Plus I'm also ace.
It's your excuse.
Yeah, I'm a virgin because I'm demisexual. It's like kind of on a spectrum, but yeah, just the lights are turning red.
Oh yeah.
How old are you guys?
19.
21.
22.
24.
24.
24. She looked a little mysterious, and before the round started, we were informed that there were 2 moles, and she didn't really have a reaction to that.
I voted for Leah because she didn't say anything, and also she was the oldest. She didn't really give us much to go off of, so.
Bye, Leah.
Bye. I think it makes sense that people voted me out because I'm older. I don't think there should be that stigma on older people. Like, if you're older, you had to have sex, but it makes sense to me.
Has everybody had their first kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have not.
No?
Really? I legit have
No,
not.
just
How-
okay, keep
It's
waiting.
okay, yeah.
Just wait.
How old were you
It's
guys
okay.
when you had your first kiss?
I was 15. I had it at Disneyland. How cute.
I was 18 when I lost my first kiss.
He said that he lost his first kiss, and that was just a red flag in my head because I was like, I wouldn't say it like that.
I was 12. I was
wow.
Okay.
But you know what's funny is that when I was in elementary school, all the guys were like talking to me, like, "You haven't had your first kiss yet?" And I was like,
And then there's me.
"No." And then I get to high school and find out, oh, I guess I was way ahead of everybody.
Have you guys done like
I'm trying to like
stuff further than kissing, like oral sex? Like, I don't know what you guys consider like true sex, but like
with my ex, that was like a purely lustful relationship. So like,
Yeah.
So how did you deal with that?
And
Like, was he coming on to you and you were just like, no?
it was more
or-
like because we were so like in each other's faces, and it would just kind of like happened, and then right before like it would have crossed that line, I was like, wait, hold on, wait, can we just take a break? Because he was also a virgin. He broke up with me, had sex with someone else. We got back together. He told me, and then we broke up again.
JAZLYN mentioned a lot of close times with like almost losing her virginity, and like maybe she was slipping.
I was dating someone that wasn't saved.
Yeah.
And
Same.
that I
That's what
really
it
think
was.
that brings me down.
Yeah.
That when there's not Jesus in the center.
Yeah,
then-
and it's
that's
hard,
essential.
and it's
God
hard when
needs to be
your
in the center.
relationships aren't, when you're not focused on Christ, your relationship with other kind of,
It brings you down.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ivan mentioned something about losing his kiss. I didn't want to, but I had to vote for him.
He was pretty like timid, and I just felt like he wasn't giving enough details to what he was saying.
Oh my god.
Man down.
I genuinely tried to talk and like say my things out, but everyone was going over me. I just like shrank more down. I wish I talked more.
Raise your hand if you think that the mole is still in the box and you would like to continue the game.
What are some stereotypes that you guys think?
That's what I was gonna ask.
This
But I'm just
happened
saying,
at my work the other day. Like, 2 of my coworkers were like talking in the back, and then I walked up and they're like, "Oh, Rachel's here. We can't talk about this stuff because like she's too like angelic." And I was like, "Guys, come on. Like I know about everything."
Yeah, people think that like as a virgin that I'm like afraid of sex, but best believe wedding night, we ain't going nowhere that whole weekend.
Yeah. I feel like for me is that people immediately assume I'm religious and waiting for marriage, but that's actually not the case for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like a little like I can't relate to you guys because I'm not technically waiting for marriage, but I'm waiting to have a solid relationship with the guy. Like I just want to be totally, completely comfortable with him. I would say other stereotypes that people have that bother me, that we have no social skills or that we're not attractive or we are super introverted. It's like, there's no right time to have sex. Everyone's on their own path and, you know, when the time comes, it comes.
My religion is the main reason why I'm waiting, but also it makes sense to wait to share that with somebody that's the only person that's gonna share that with you. That's just something really special that I think go beyond religion.
Plus, everybody has told me like they had a really crappy time the first time.
Yeah.
So
I've gotten my heart broken just like in a relationship, and I feel like if I had that like lost to somebody, like that would hurt me 10 times more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hate that it's called like losing your virginity. Like I don't want to lose it. I want to give it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful. I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because when you lose something, you don't intend to lose something. So when you lose your virginity, it's like you never intended to like give yourself to someone sexually, and I'm willingly and like I want to give my virginity to someone because it's something that's sacred and it's something that's really important to me.
what you were saying about like other forms of sex, because our stories are pretty similar. Like I also struggled with pornography as well, and but God really freed me from that as well. It messed with my mind, really did. It gives you this fake outlook on what sex is.
Like, it's not real, it's not sex. Like, that's just actors, like, putting on a show.
I think for when guys get into that stuff, it makes them think of women as an object.
Definitely.
And that they're just to be used for their pleasure, and I think it's awful.
And porn is so racist and sexist and all of the above.
There's nothing
like,
good
it's
about
literally
it. It's just
disgusting.
evil. It's inherently evil.
Yeah. I mean, the videos I've seen online, it's like, it's always like, black dude, black girl, like Asian girl, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's trying to gain views through people's ethnicities, and it really promotes stereotypes. My parents didn't tell me to, like, wait until marriage to have sex, but they taught me, especially my mom, like, she was like, live your own damn life first, like, explore, get educated, become successful, then, like, worry about men. Like, I just feel like I've had not a lot of drama in my life because I haven't dated.
Good.
And honestly, like,
true.
Not happy that I'm single, but like, I've honestly, like, I'm really successful and I'm in a really great place, and I learned to love myself first before I'm gonna love someone else.
That's great.
Yeah.
I have a question for the Christians. I mean, I don't have mine on because I jammed my finger, but I have a purity ring. Do you guys like have anything to like?
No, I don't think you need to show it and everything. It's not. She brought up purity rings, and I feel like that's something that not too many Christians do nowadays. So I thought maybe she was trying to pretend to be a Christian, and that was one way.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to metal. And so like jewelry is really specific for me, so like I just don't even, like, I made these earrings, so like I know what's in them,
awesome.
but other than that, like I don't mess with jewelry that often.
I just got these vibes from him that he had sex before and was like a reborn virgin.
There were so many religious people in the group, and I was like trying to get rid of one of them, and the purity ring kind of made me choose her.
The most in here, guys. It's not me.
Raise your hand if you think that the mole is still in the box and you would like to continue the game.
Yeah.
Was sex like, especially for you guys because you grew up religious, was sex like a taboo topic in your house? Like, did they ever talk? Like, did you get the birds and the bees talk? Like, growing up? Or, like,
I did. I mean, it was treated with respect, but not. It wasn't like swept under the rug. It was talked about, but it wasn't like. Do it. It was just
they weren't
like
super open about it.
Yeah. They were like, here's what it is. Here's what it's for. We kind of expect you to oblige with that, but.
Yeah.
I want to bounce back to what you said about like alternative sex. Like, what is virginity?
No, it's like
is like oral sex? Is that
because some people are like
penetration over here
sex,
thinking
and
like
then some people are like, well, giving a hand job could be sex.
Yes.
You know, it's like.
I guess that depends on the person.
Is it up to the person, or
I
is
would
it
say
like?
because I think penetration.
I don't know. I think it just depends on like the motivation, or I don't even know. I don't know.
If it's not one definition, then it's like too like loose.
Yeah, yeah. Subjectivity is weird.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask like your view on like sex education. Like, do you guys believe in abstinence?
In school?
Okay, me neither. Yeah,
absolutely not.
Abstinence is like waiting until marriage, but like teaching that
in schools.
Yeah.
I mean, I would teach all of them.
Yeah.
I teach everything, but stress abstinence because that's the only, like, in my opinion, that's the safest.
Abstinence is not gonna help the problem. Like, you need to teach safe sex and provide condoms and teach girls about birth control so that they're not getting pregnant too young, not having the resources, and avoiding abortions and all that.
Yeah, I think you should teach that, but just stress abstinence.
Totally.
At the end of the day, abstinence is the
But you're
surefire
not
way of
gonna-
not
Just
getting
as
pregnant.
like just as a non-religious person, like
I get that.
I don't agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But like respectfully disagree.
No,
like,
for sure.
And
for sure.
teach their own. Like I'm just like teach their own. If you do you, like that's what makes you happy. Like awesome.
Oh man.
This is really hard.
I don't like this.
the red lights. Rachel, I noticed, was sharing a lot less than she had in the previous rounds.
The whole abstinence thing and waiting until marriage like is the only answer for him just kind of made me feel like he was playing the game too hard.
Raise your hand if you're certain that the mole is still in the box and you would like to continue the game.
We're good.
If the lights turn green, you vote the mole out. If the lights turn red, the mole is still in the box and you leave. Can the moles please step forward?
Oh my gosh, I knew it.
You were such a good guy.
You really did. I knew out of 4 Christians, one had to be like. I definitely learned that my like virgin radar is completely off.
I am a born-again Christian, so my strategy going to the game was to have the mindset that I do now, which is kind of twisting my truth. So everything I said had a lot of truth base to it.
All right.
Okay.
Wow, this is more money than I've ever held.
It's like, okay.
So I identify as asexual. When I lost my virginity, it was before I came to terms with it. She kind of coerced me. It's like, if you loved me, you'd like you'd have sex with me. So when we broke up, it like affected me a lot. Eventually in college, from like a classmate who was just like, oh, I'm ace. And I was just like, oh, can you tell me about that? As they described it, I was just like, oh, that's me. I hope I find someone that understands what I identify with and won't force me to do anything. If you're out there.
Hope you enjoyed this episode and thank you for supporting Human Good. This is the link to our website and don't forget to follow us on Instagram. And I hope you're all staying safe during quarantine. This looks like a dance, but it's okay.
What's like the highest holiday?
Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah. If someone said Hanukkah, I was like, done.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish. I am Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
One of them is a liar.